going on, everybody? It's your boy, the uncrowned Otaku. We're here to talk about the latest chapter of Shokugeki no Soma, aka Food Wars, for the English pronunciation of it. And I haven't done any reviews or really discussions about this because I hated what happened after the Azami administration, the rebels versus the Elite 10. I kind of hated that. I hated the ending and I hated the lull in between. What I really hated for the longest time is that Yukihira is the first seed. This is nonsense. How can he be the first seed when there are far superior chefs? Yukihira has never beaten Kuga. Kuga is the third seed currently. Clearly, it must be Kuga's fault for not challenging him because he would beat him hands down. Also, Ishiki, Naked Apron, is the second seed. He will also destroy Yukihira. He is a first seed in name alone and clearly not skill. I don't know what's happened in these months since, but I don't think he's ever been challenged for that first seed. Because honestly, at this point, I don't think anybody really cares except for Hayama and Kurokiba. I think that's his name. Fish dude. I'm pretty sure it's Kurokiba. Those are really the only two, and maybe the other Nakiri, Alice. Maybe her, but I don't think she cares enough to go after Yukihira. I just think she wants to be better than Kurokiba. Now, we've seen the rundown of the Elite 10, and for the most part, I kind of agree. I think Azon's a little bit low, along with Nene. She's extremely low. I think they should be higher up. But I'm not going to argue with it. We're just going to see how these months play out. And I kind of like this chapter, and I kind of didn't like this chapter that just came out. We're getting some story progression into a new arc, which is fantastic, because again, I hated how slow it was. Wasn't even worth my time to talk about. So we're into the dark chefs, the noir chefs, and they find out it's from a dude calling himself Saiba. He's giving out all the information to Shokugekis. That's allowing these chefs to go out and destroy other restaurants and just break the foundation of the cooking world, kinda. And Yukihira, Erica's like, yo, call your dad. We're going to find out exactly who's doing this, who's using his name, if it's him, in fact. He calls his dad, and this is where I didn't like. His dad is like, oh, yeah, I know exactly who this Saiba dude is. That's my other son. You have a brother that I just decided I would never tell you about. And he's in high school, so he's probably 14, 15. And this is his second year, so maybe 16 years old. In the 16 years we've been living together, we've been running this restaurant together, I just decided to never bring up the fact that I have another son who's older than you, by the way. I just decided I was going to leave that out until right now. I'm calling BS. This, yeah, okay, you want to move the storyline, you want to move the story along. You're thinking of creative ways, but this is not the best way to move the story along. Considering we don't even know who Yukihira's mom is, we have no emotional attachment. So if his dad cheated, we don't know. We don't care right now. Where is his mom? Who is his mom? These are things we should know. And then we should know if his dad was unfaithful, because that would change our perception of his dad. Right now, Yukihira doesn't even know. Does Yukihira even know who his mom is? What happened to his mother? You need to start with A and then lead to B and C. You can't just take us to H. He had another son. Because we don't care. There's no emotional attachment there because all we know is the dad. We don't even know if he was ever married. Having all these kids just out of wedlock, he's just no pull-out game. Pull-out game's on extra weak status right now. That's where my head is at. And his dad, throughout the story, has been the unbeatable chef. We had a backstory about him where he was just so good. Everybody just always chopped it up to his talent. Never recognized that it was hard work he put in as well. And everybody was just so happy to even taste his food. He got butthurt. He ran away, did his own thing, had kids apparently, and nobody's ever beaten him. He is the best chef. You want Class A food, you call him. His oldest son, Saiba, just beat him down, left him laid out on the floor. I believe there was blood leaking from either his nose or the corner of his mouth. But he did something to that boy. He put a hurting on him. And then had the nerve to thank him after the Shokugeki. It's like, yo, thanks for that. Thanks, I'm taking everything. Now, I gotta go to Japan and meet somebody. He's gonna go put a hurting on his other son. He's about to find Yukihira and destroy the brother that he probably didn't know he even had. That's where the story's going now. Yukihira versus his brother who's better than his dad. There's no way Yukihira can win this fight. Yukihira has lost about 400 to 500 matches against his dad. If he somehow pulls this off, it's 100% plot armor. Realistically, putting it down on paper, Yukihira stands no chance. He's the first seed in name only. I do not respect Yukihiro with this first seat. I can't. Until I see him fight Ishiki, until I see him fight Kuga, it's just no way I can honestly recognize him as being the #1 seat. He didn't beat Tsukasa. He didn't beat Rendo one-on-one. Aaron did the heavy lifting with the main entree. Am I hating right now? Am I really hating y'all, or is that just facts? Come on. Food Wars, whatever.